Everybody, we've gotten to a point in the very small silver market that the manipulation and the rigging of the price and the market has become so blatantly obvious, I don't see how anyone can deny it. On November 12th, we saw the U.S. Mint Silver Eagle sales set a new record, surpassing the 39.8 million Silver Eagles sold in 2011 by selling 40.175. And that's in addition to a sales halt between January 20th and 28th. And we're still able to have record sales by November 12th. And then just days ago, we learned that the Royal Canadian Mint has now sold more Maple Leafs in the first 9 months of 2013 than all of last year. That's silver and gold Maple Leafs. In fact, the first 9 months of this year, the Royal Canadian Mint saw sales of 19.7 million silver Maple Leafs, as opposed to 12.8 sold last year. A 54% increase in the first 9 months of this year versus the first 9 months of last year. India is on track to import more silver than it ever has. In 2008, they imported 5,000 tons. The first 9 months of this year, they imported 4,000 tons and are on track to break the 2008 record. China used to supply thousands of tons of silver to the world, and in 2010 became a net importer of silver, which they currently still are a net importer of the shiny white metal. Okay, everyone, so at this point, I want you to pretend that you didn't just hear any of the information I gave you. I want you to pretend you're fresh out of college, got all your economics courses under your belt, you know all about supply and demand, and I hand you the following chart. You're going to look at the chart and you're going to say, wow, look at this, supply must have been really low in 2009 and 10, leading into 11, and demand must have been really high for the metal. And then after the peak and the bubble popped, you know, the demand must have been really low, and I'm sure the supply was really high. You know, after all, it was down 46% this year. And then if someone was to reveal the information that I had given you earlier, you'd be totally puzzled. You'd be scratching your head. And it wouldn't be until you came across people like myself and a lot of you out there that are watching this video that know what's actually happening, that the rigging and the manipulation becomes obvious when you can have hundreds of millions of paper ounces sold with very little physical metal backing it up. I mean, it doesn't take a lot to see this information for what it is and to look at and see what's happening. I mean, there's high frequency trading, there's a lot of other things going on here, but the major bullion banks can control this small market. It's a $20 billion market. That's a tiny market, everybody, and it can be manipulated so easily, and is and has been. So anyhow, haven't done a silver video in a while. Wanted to give you that information, the recent data out of Canada, and just say that it's just so obvious at this point, looking at the physical demand, what's going on. And personally, I have plans of taking advantage of that information that the average Joe has no idea what's happening with the silver market. So anyhow, that's it, everyone. Talk to y'all soon.